Hi! It's a vlog. I haven't done one of these in a while, have I? So, yeah, I was recently at Albuquerque Comic Expo. By recently, I mean this morning, and yesterday, and Friday. And, yeah, I was just going to talk about it as a whole because I had a lot of fun. It was a 3-day event that involved going to panels, buying stuff, and you know, things you do at conventions. It's the second annual Albuquerque Comic Expo, so I've been to both of them. If you saw my video last year, I kind of did things differently this year. It was more of a crowd, hard to film actually at the convention due to the noise level mostly. But yeah, I did a bunch of stuff. I got a 3-day pass. The adorable cat on it. It's in a spacesuit. So there was that. Yeah, this convention was kind of interesting. There was as many panels as I went to last year or less. I'm trying to think now. I'm thinking less. But you know, they had Stan Lee there again, and they had Jay and Silent Bob Get Old Live, which I did not go to because I really have never watched Clerks, and I don't know. New Mexico Lottery is running a great promotion. Star Trek Scratchers. Do you know how you get nerds to buy scratchers at a comic convention? Make them with Star Trek on it. But yeah, this was a little program. And there's all kinds of stuff happening. There's big sponsors. I went to a lot of panels, actually. Well, a lot, but it's not as much as I think. But overall, I thought it was better set up. Let me stick out my notes over here on my big fancy computer. Let me just shrink that, and then look at that. It's nothing. Yes, let me move my notes out of the camera frame. Just realized I was putting them into the camera frame. Yeah. So I thought that the dealer room this year was a little bit lacking. Last year, I know there was more variety of toys and stuff to buy because I bought a ton of loose figures. Like a ton of loose figures. It was like I was digging through bins of loose figures. There was like no loose figures at this convention. It was mostly carded stuff. It seemed like they had less booths this year. The artist alley was bigger, and the actual dealer part was less. So that's not really the convention's fault. Some things I do complain about. The pre-sale tickets. I got mine the week of the convention, so I got last Monday. And so I had to go pick them up in line. I stood in line for about 40 minutes. Because the pre-sale line went from the booth all the way around and looped back around about where the escalator was, on the complete other side. Yeah, that's a problem. Because there was 4 booths for buying tickets, you know, just spending extra money to buy tickets the days of the convention. And they were completely empty. And then there was 1 booth for pre-sale tickets only. And that was really kind of annoying because that took forever to go through. But I got through. I got to the dealer room when they opened. The first day, second, and third days, the dealer room, like last year, they had a line that led outside, and then that caused people that were just coming in to get to the dealer room before people had been standing in line. So they solved that problem by having everybody mob in front of the doors. Now, if you've ever been to the Albuquerque Convention Center, they have about 8 doors, 8 to 10 doors to get into the main room. They only opened 4 of them because they were checking badges as people got in. So yeah, that kind of went slowly, but I got in there. I bought stuff. Still got some good deals. So that I think could have handled it a little bit better. Get some more people to check ID badges and get people in better. They had some nice standees and posters for upcoming movies that are out. They had a funny one that was G.I. Joe Retaliation, June 29th. I just laughed. That standee was for sale. But yeah, they had some cool standees and posters. They had a Dark Knight Rises one that was like the 3 characters in a triangle shape, and I was like, that's kind of cool. Fortunately, I didn't have any of those for sale. So that was all cool. I think that the setup was good. They had the anime room upstairs, which was good for watching anime if you don't have the rest of the noise. Panel room C was on the complete. It was by the dealer room, and the panel room A and B were down a hallway. So it was kind of confusing when you're like, "Where's C? There's A, there's B. Where's C? Oh, it's all the way around here." That was like a small panel room. So, I mean, that was pretty well organized. I think the signs, they had like big old signs showing what panels. I think it would have been helpful to say like panel room C, because then you could tell better what you were doing. Thinking anything else. I think the for the Q&A type stuff for the panels, they had, everyone's seated. They had 2 volunteers running around with microphones and handing them to people. And I think that works okay for small panels, but for larger panels when there's a lot more people asking questions, it's kind of a problem. So if any of the ACE officials out there are watching this, at BotCon, they have a microphone up by where the guests are, and then they have people line up behind the microphone and ask their question there, and then they just have an official guy go and stand at the end of the line to stop people from getting into the line, so they don't run over time. And I think that's really efficient, and that might work a little bit better. But overall, I did enjoy all the panels. Some of them were altered 2 minutes before the panel even started. Let's see. So I went to the Godzilla panel with artist Matt Frank. He's a big Godzilla fan. He's doing work with the IDW Godzilla comics. And that panel was completely awesome. I love that panel. That was probably my favorite panel. Second favorite. Yeah, second favorite panel. Favorite, second favorite. I'm going to go with favorite. That one was really fun because it was kind of small room. I recorded the whole thing, and that'll be going up probably tomorrow or later today. I'm just going to be editing these panels and uploading them. So do not freak out. You won't miss a review. I won't put any reviews up till like a day after all the panels are done. So I'm going to put the panels up just, for the sake of me recording them. So I'll put the panels up, and so you'll be able to see those. So yeah, don't worry about it. I'm not going to throw reviews in there to fill up your subscription box. There's going to be, see, I recorded 5 panels. So not too many. The Godzilla panel was really awesome. I really did enjoy that one. Just because it was kind of small and it was all Godzilla fans in the room. I went to the Before Watchmen panel for about half of it. I had to leave because we had to pick up a family member at the airport. But it was with Lin Wein. I really did enjoy it, what I got to hear of it. I started recording, but then I had technical difficulties and I had to leave, so I decided to just kind of scrap the recording. So I don't have that, unfortunately, but it was kind of interesting. Lin Wein is doing Before Watchmen, the prequel to Watchmen, and he did mention something about possibly trying to work with DC to get him to do Swamp Thing Annual number 2. Which I would definitely pick up if he was writing that. Let's see. Then we had, so that was Friday. Saturday was freaking crowded. To get into the parking lot, it took about 20 minutes through the line and getting the parking ticket and such. Then to get into the convention wasn't hard because I already had my pass. The lines were even worse Saturday. I got into the dealer room and bought stuff. Then I went off to the Stan Lee panel, which had a line. Let's say there's a hallway. I'd say there's about 40 feet to this hallway. It was going around the corner for the line for the Stan Lee panel. Stan Lee is the big celebrity they always have at the convention so far. I really enjoyed that. I recorded it, but what they had panel room A had the guests, and they had a couple cameras pointing at the guests, and then they'd have projected on 2 projector screens. I got in there barely in the front row. I could not, from where I was at, filming with this iPad, which wasn't tough. I got this tripod thing I got. It was difficult to manage, but I did. And I ended up just being able to record the screen that was sitting in front of me, so I did the best I could there. That room was packed. So, yeah, there's that. I went to this thing called Whose Line Is an Anime, which I ran out of memory space on my iPad, so I couldn't record all of it. But I really did enjoy that. It was kind of a Whose Line Is an Anime with anime characters. Whose Line Is an Anyway with anime characters. And so I enjoyed that. I thought that was really freaking hilarious. It was not anything big or expensive. It was just kind of a bunch of people did this thing, and I was like, this is cool. So that was fun. That was fun to do. I tried to record it, but just where I was sitting was not able to get everything, and kind of ran out of memory. Let's see. Then was the Star Wars panel, which was supposed to be Billy D. Williams and Peter Mayhew, but because of Peter Mayhew's trouble with his knees and how tall he is, they couldn't get him from the dealer room to the panel room, so just Billy D. Williams. It became the Billy D. Williams panel, as people talked about his other stuff aside from Star Wars, and asked questions and stuff. So there was that. I missed something. We'll talk about that in a second. But anyways, I recorded all that too, so I do have all that. Also, that day earlier was the Adam Baldwin Q&A panel, which was pretty awesome because that room was pretty full too. I recorded all of that as well. I did get to ask a Transformers question towards the end, so go watch the video when it's up to see what I asked him about Breakdown, because I think it was pretty fun. Then they had the costume contest, which ran for about an hour and a half, and then a half-hour wait for the judges to decide. But everyone that had signed up for the costume contest, they did really good costumes. There was a King Ghidorah costume. There was all kinds of cool stuff. So, like, anyone in costume that did the contest was really good. Anyone in costume really at this convention was really good. There's some really good costumes. I took a few pictures. Yeah, you might see pictures pop up in this video if you haven't noticed them already. If I decide to do that in editing, which I probably will, to make this a little bit more interesting than just me for 20 minutes. But the costume contest was fun. I didn't want to record it because I was running low on memory. I was almost out. And, yeah, I have 32 megabytes on this iPad. And recording panels on Saturday caused it to be just about full. So, yeah. Good thing I imported and deleted for Sunday. So for Sunday, there was a comic panel in the morning that was supposed to be Len Wein, Alan Bellman, and Stan Lee. But Stan Lee did not come for some reason. And I'm kind of glad he didn't, because Stan Lee is awesome, but he kind of needs his own panel. He doesn't... He's Stan the Man, and he kind of would have taken over that panel. But it was Len Wein and Alan Bellman, who had never really met before, just talking about comics, how they've changed from the older days to the modern days. And, like, Alan Bellman had started in the 1940s with the Captain America comics being a background artist for that. And Len Wein did start in the 60s and is still working today. So it's kind of interesting for them to share stories, and they only really got 3 questions from people, because they talk the whole time. And I really love that panel. It was up there, one of my favorites. I did record all of that. And the last panel I went to was the Kevin Sorbo panel, Kevin Sorbo being Hercules from the live-action series in the 90s. My mom's a big fan of Kevin Sorbo, especially Hercules. So that was fun. And I recorded all of that as well. So I have 5 panels I recorded. 2 I tried to record but didn't have any luck with. And that was cool. So stay tuned for those, because those will be coming up in the next few days. As for other things that I bought stuff. I really bought stuff. I don't know where to begin. I didn't buy as much as I did last year. The DC Classics, we'll go with that first, and that's like my main comic book line. My first purchase of the day was a Superman Batman Public Enemies Icicle, mint in box with the body part, for $5. That was really cool. So you can see Icicle here. He's pretty neat. I'm planning on reviewing more DC Universe Classics in the future, possibly when I do like complete waves. It's ever so possible. Another booth had some figures for about $12 a piece. So I got Mr. Terrific, again new in box with the Gigantopiece. I got Vigilante here. I added the stands. They didn't come with stands aside from Icicle. I got, probably overpaid for this one, but I needed him. Ocean Warrior Aquaman. I really wanted him for his Atom Smasher piece. Because I am almost done with Wave 7. And I got Kid Flash. I need that lightning over there. There's Kid Flash. So I did end up with those. I didn't. That was about it. That was it for 6-inch DC figures. Everything else I either had or the paint was sloppy or slash overpriced. But the thing I want to complain about. So I'm almost completed Wave 7. I had like half of it, and I got 2 of the 3 figures I was missing. And now my Atom Smasher looks like this. If anyone knows where I can get the Ted Cord Blue Beetle mint in box or with the body part for less than a lot of money, like if anyone out there selling either the right leg of Atom Smasher or the Blue Beetle with the right leg, contact me. It's like, oh look, I can put together Atom Smasher. Maybe, oh wait, I have the arms. Yeah, so I'm kind of missing a leg on this guy, which bummed me out a bit, but something I will surely remedy soon. If you can see back there, I have Movie Master's Bane from The Dark Knight Rises. If you can see that. I have started finding the Movie Masters. I'm only missing Alfred at this point. I did see a guy that was selling Catwoman for about $50, which was like, not going to pay that. But apparently there is Catwoman out in circulation after The Dark Knight Rises. But she's listed as figure 4, and it showed Bane and Alfred and Catwoman on the back. But anyways, that was that. So I actually did videos on Batman and Bane from Movie Masters Dark Knight Rises, so those should be going up. They're kind of short; they're only about 4 minutes each, so I'll probably put them up in the same day. If you guys don't mind, I'd like to do a couple short videos a day instead of one long video every week. So I'll definitely do that. But no, I didn't get that. I got that at Toys R Us. I didn't overpay for that. I also bought some of the comic series Amazing Spider-Man figures, because I'm kind of starting to get into the Marvel Universe, and I needed some Spider-Man characters, and Toys R Us had them. So I ended up getting Spider-Man, Black Suit Spider-Man, Green Goblin, Venom, and Doc Ock. Yeah, that was it. So I actually I did videos on them. Their videos are about 2 or 3 minutes a piece. So like I said, you may see like Spider-Man and Symbiote Spider-Man in the same day, as 2 separate videos. So yeah, let's see. I got the Justice League Unlimited Batman, which I actually surprisingly does not have. I do not have a Justice League Batman until now. What makes this one special? It came with a pig. It came with Wonder Pig. They made a Wonder Pig. If you know the episode This Little Piggy from Justice League Unlimited, you know the story behind Wonder Pig. Now this guy had actually been sitting on the $10 shelf of this guy's booth, but it fell, I think it fell into the $5 bin. Yeah, gave it to me for $5. Yeah, I don't pay more than $5 for a Justice League / Justice League Unlimited figure. I do never pay more than $5 for one. It's just my rule, and I've gotten about 70 of them for less than $5. I think this Batman actually is probably my most expensive figure so far. And at $5, I could not resist this little piggy. Ha, see what I did there? Yeah. I ended up also getting from the same guy's booth, $5 bin, Total Justice Aquaman, because he looked like a badass, and I like the Total Justice slide for some reason, because it's totally freaking insane. Aquaman's actually my 4th in this line that I've gotten. I've got the Hawkman, the Despero, and the Black Lightning as well. I'll probably review those at some point, just when I need filler reviews. Don't worry, Toku stuff is still coming. I'll probably be catching up on Forza figure art reviews. Probably not anybody else, though, just because there's so many. But if I do the Forza stuff, because that's kind of a big thing. The Forza Deluxe Roleplay toys are coming back. I got Screw, so now I can do the next Astro Switch update. I just need to get my setup a little bit better aligned. I also did get an Ami box recently that had stuff like Big Volfog in it. And Key to Victory sets 1 and 2 for Gal Gaigar, and he's posed epically right now, and I really don't want to take him apart, so maybe a few days. But I also got something else in that box, and he's probably going to go up first. So maybe after the panels, I'll have this guy's review up, because he takes some work to review. If you know what that is, cool. If not, oh well. So yeah, let's see, where to go next. Transitioning, 4-inch figures. I got for an amazing price, I got the Microman Batman and Batgirl 2-pack. Microman is that line that makes tiny, like, 4-inch figures in Japan that are super hyper-articulated. So here's the Batman. He came with a bunch of accessories, like a grappling hook, bat cuffs and such. And he also came with Batgirl. Here, which looks really, really nice, especially if you get the red purse. They're really, really cool for little figures. They did make a Catwoman as well. A couple variations on Batman. And look at all the hands they come with. I'll definitely be doing these. These were my Vitakara. And they are in scale with DC Universe Infinite Heroes, in which I got Wildcat, Golden Age Flash, and that Comic-Con exclusive Anti-Monitor that you had to get points and pick up at Comic-Con for $10 for the 3 Mint-On card. So take that, people that went to Comic-Con to get their Anti-Monitor. I didn't also get one of the Infinite Heroes figures I've been wanting for a while, Batwoman, because she's hot. Yes, I know she's a lesbian, but still. Yeah. Should we go into Marvel yet? No, let's continue on DC. The comics I bought at this convention were the Blackest Night trade paperback, because I didn't have it, and it was cheap. By cheap, I mean $18. And Legion Lost number 8. I have been looking for this comic for 2 months now. I don't know how this got so rare. One booth had it. Not even stores. They called the stores. They're like, "Hey, do we have Legion Lost number 8?" And they're like, "No, we don't have that." I found it in a box of $3 DC comics. So that was cool. But yeah, that's random tangents aside. I got the DC Direct Blamoids Hawkman. This line is horribly looking. I don't know what it is, but none of them really look all that great. I mean, there's just your lineup on the back. They just look weird. But this was a Hawkman I didn't have, so I decided to get it. And now that I look at the figure, I'm going to open these eventually. Like, I haven't opened everything yet, but look at this Hawkman. He's kind of adorable, with the little tiny wings. So I was like, Hawkman, I want you. And then I bought him. Let's see, for $3, I got the Justice League Attack Armor Martian Manhunter. Because I was like, hey look, Martian Manhunter. So that was cool. So I decided to get that. I got, let's go to this. I got Green Lantern Movie Masters, Hector Hammond, and Galia Zed for $10 a piece. Which means I'm missing 2 figures from this line, I believe. 3, if you count Green Man. Which means I'm almost done with Parallax, and that is an exciting thought, because I can be done with Chief Pup Monsters from Outer Space. Let's see, I got the DC Direct Series 1, or Showcase Presents Series 1 Hawkman, mainly because he actually has a flail-type mace instead of the handled one, and his helmet's removable, plus it's the early version without the wings on the sides of his head. If you haven't figured it out by now, I'm kind of a Hawkman fan. That was $12, I think. I also got the Batman's Comic-Con exclusive Catwoman. Probably the rarest figure in the Batman line. You can look at that paradox going on. It's so reflective, but it's the Catwoman with the mask on. The Catwoman that was released at retail was just Selena Kyle. It just had the mask off. The only way to get the mask on was to get it at Comic-Con. This cost me $15. I saw this, I was like, must have. I grabbed it before anyone else would, because I really wanted that figure, just because I am a DC fan and it's Comic-Con exclusive. And at the same booth I got the Microman, I got this, the Batman and Robin 2-pack from DC Superheroes, I believe. If I can get the glare off. Really nice Batman with the cloth cape, really nice looking Robin. I had that Robin, actually. The Batman's all new, though, and I didn't have him. And I was like, hey, $10, sure. I'm probably going to leave this in box, because I really like, I might leave it in box. I'm looking at the plastic. I don't know if that actually comes out, that plastic tray, because it's got, like, the cool shadow effect going on. And I think it's a base. I'll have to look at that. I might open it if that's actually, like, a display thing, because that'd be really cool to have. So yeah, there was that, and that's where the DC stuff ends. Yes, there's Marvel toys. So, first thing I got, least important thing, it was Harpoon Blade Fandral from the Thor line. I never saw a Sith in the Warriors 3 at retail. And I was like, who are you? Why do you... Oh, you're from Thor... They made a figure of you? Basically my mental conversation with this figure. Sometimes happens when you're like, they made a figure of Fandral? Yeah, so I got that. Don't expect a review. I mean, there's reviews out there. Let's see. Then I bought a bunch of Marvel Universe figures. I got Psylocke from the newest wave, Series 4, Wave 1. I got the Jim Lee Cyclops. The one that looks like the X-Men cartoon from Series 3. We got Yellow Jacket with Ant-Man, because I wanted a tiny Ant-Man. From Series 4, Storm from the newest wave. I got Series 3, Apocalypse. Oh yeah, I got Apocalypse. Really freaking huge figure compared to... These two figures cost the same. I'm baffled. I got Doctor Doom. And the last figure I got, it's special. Here's the thing. All these Marvel figures were at this guy's booth. $10 each, or 2 for $15. Cable with Baby Hope for less than $10. I really don't really know the full story behind Baby Hope. I just know, hey look, it's dude running around with a baby on his chest. It's hilarious and awesome at the same time. And I knew that it was kind of a hard thing to come by. So I was like, I could get Cable and Apocalypse for $15 and get a tiny baby? Deal. So I did get that. Yeah, I am starting to get the Marvel Universe figures. I really do like them. I think it's coming from my, lack of articulation on 4-inch DC figures. Microman don't count. But yeah, I'm getting more and more into these, so I might be doing reviews of these. We'll see what happens. But I think this video has gone on way too long. It's already at 28 minutes and 37 seconds. I'm going to cut credits short, just to make this video quick and easy. And so you can stay tuned. The panels will be uploaded in the next couple days. I'm just going to go through, edit them, upload them, and eventually get done with that and back onto toy reviews, probably starting with this guy, because he's awesome. So anyways, stay tuned for that, and be sure to check out RiotsRangersRambles.com, as I'll be posting some other stuff over there from Ace, and something to sound saying. Goodbye.